97.90 and 104.7 KFGO. Good afternoon and welcome back to The Drive. I'm your host, Dan Michaels. Paulie Lyons is our producer. Paul Juergens of the KFGO News Center. More news with Paul coming up here in about 18 minutes when we get going with the Drive Time News Hour. Then tonight on KFGO, it's Coach Tater Raider at 6:15 this evening and some KFGO Today. And then at 8:30, it's Minnesota Twins baseball as they remain on the coast and taking on Seattle this evening. That's the lineup tonight on KFGO. You hear our tune, The Warrior. That's what we're talking about, the Warrior Color Run, which is coming tomorrow. Hendricks Heroes is proud to present the first annual Warrior Color Run in Fargo tomorrow, the 17th. You can take advantage of the incredible opportunity to make a difference and join in to raise funds, spread awareness, contribute to a truly important cause. It's a family fun event, and can't wait to get colorful with you, and that has a lot of meaning. There's some color going on there. And Henrik's mom is joining us this afternoon. Would you please welcome to the program Jana Westerholm, who is Henrik's mom. And we're going to find out about Hendricks Heroes along the way here, too. Hi, Jana. How you doing today?
Hi, good. How are you?
Good, good. We're doing an experiment, by the way. And Jana's our little experiment going on here today. I hope you don't mind. She's on the phone in her car en route because she was having meetings out at the fairgrounds. And so she's en route to the KFGO studio. So we're starting the interview out on her phone, and then we're going to switch her up when she gets to the studio and get her off the phone.
I am here right now. So
well, you just pull it in. Well, as you're pulling in and getting parked, and we're illegal on the air. Let's talk a little bit about things. First of all, Jana, can you fill us in a little bit on Hendricks Heroes? What would happen?
did I hang up?
Oh, Jana. And she's in studio right over here, Jana. See, this is live on the air here. Jana was on the phone. You're right over here, Jana, and you can put those headphones on and get comfortable. Well, it's nice to meet you. Jana Westerholm is in studio. Get her right up to that microphone there.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here today.
It's a busy week.
Yes, I know. She was having big meetings, and so we were going to try to have her do the interview in-house, but she said I might, be en route, and that's what ended up happening today. So we're happy to have you in the studio today.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here. I was just out at the fairgrounds, and it's just a beautiful space, and we are so excited to have...
Help you with your microphone.
They're adjusting the microphone right now.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
All right, thanks. Yeah, so the space is amazing. We should have great weather, and we're just kind of figuring out where things are going to be placed out there and how it's all going to get organized, but it is going to be so much fun. Okay,
so Jana, first things first then, let's start with the Warrior Color Run since you mentioned that. What is the Warrior Color Run?
So the Warrior Color Run is a family-friendly 1-mile course where kids can run through easy obstacles and get splashed with color powder along the way. Any age can be there, but I think the kids are going to really, really enjoy it.
Well, for fun, I hope everybody will be able to bring their kids out and have some fun. What time does this all get going tomorrow?
It's from 5 to 8.
Okay.
And you can come early if you want to pick up your color packets early and your registration packet at 4, and the bouncy houses will be up if you want to get there early. Otherwise, the race start is 5:30.
Okay.
So we're going to have a big, exciting race start with color blasts and music and announcements. And that 5:30 start time is kind of the official start time. And then if you come late, you can still run through the course and have fun. But
of course, sure. Okay. So where do you go when you get to the fairgrounds?
So you go in gate 3. It's on the west side. It's kind of behind the fairgrounds to the west.
Okay.
It's a great little area. It's kind of fenced off, so it's real safe. There's no cars driving around there or anything, but it's like a big field, kind of where the RV hookups are.
Okay.
I don't know if it has an official name, but it's not the typical entrance. So we're going to have big, colorful flags out on Main Avenue.
Okay.
Gate 3.
Gate 3. And so what is the color? What are you spraying the kids with? How do they get all colorful?
It's actually, I had to learn. This is new to me. I didn't know what, I've never done a color run. So it's cornstarch and baking soda, and it's colorful. It's food safe dyes. So I mean, you could literally eat it. It's just not. It's just super fine, really vibrant powder.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I see some of your pictures, and the kids have their hair all in different colors by the time they're done.
It's they are just obsessed with it. So we bought more color. We're ready for everybody. We tried a little experiment with our kids and our neighborhood kids, and they had so much fun. I thought, well, this is great. Let's just give this a try this year and see what comes of it, and hopefully it'll be an annual thing.
I hope so, too. I hope this is the first annual one. It's the Warrior Color Run going on tomorrow. Starts at technically 5:30, but you can stop by before there and before that time and pick up a pack. And what time does registration start and everything like that over there?
Well, people can come on site and register, and we still have availability for people to come and buy their tickets on site, but everybody can just start rolling in around 5.
About 5 o'clock?
Yeah.
Okay, so super duper. Okay, so this is a fundraiser that's going on, and it's for Henrik's Heroes. You're Henrik's mom.
Yep.
Please tell me about your son.
Henrik was diagnosed with leukemia at the age of 4 years old, and he's 7 now and doing wonderful. But our journey was tough, and we had a lot of support from our community and family, and we just knew that during our struggle and our time of need, when people helped us, we knew we wanted to give back. So we didn't know exactly what that looked like and how we would do that. And then here we are a couple of years later, and we've started a charity, and it's just growing, and it's really fun. So we just hope that we can continue to help families and find fun ways to do it. That's part of the reason we were doing this.
And you can tell you're a mom who's gone through that, and I don't want to dredge up any bad memories for you or anything like that. But, both of us in this room have been recipients of when the doctor sits you down in that little room after you've had all these things and you've been worrying your mind off, and he sits down and he gives you the lowdown. And when that doctor sat you down in that little room, wherever you were, and told you what Henrik's illness was, you must have just felt like the floor dropped out under you.
You will never forget that moment.
Yep.
It was just such a shock, and we just have extremely healthy boys, and you just are doing the whole, well, what did I do wrong? What's,
right.
How can this be? We have no family history, and you're not even ready to accept the word cancer yet. And to call yourself a cancer mom, which is kind of, you embrace it after a while, but you're just not even ready to accept that this is what's happening. And you just want to turn back time and go back to yesterday when you didn't know he had cancer. And I never thought I'd be in a place where I could do this and I could be talking about it strong without crying, and helping other people. And when you're first diagnosed, all you want to do is just turn back the clock and go, I don't want to ever remember this. Like, let's just get through this and never talk about it ever again. And that's, yeah.
But you're doing the best thing that you can be doing. Fast forward, Henrik had to go through surgeries and treatments, and things did not work, and your other son saved his life.
He did. Yep.
Can you talk about it, or do you want to just...
No, yeah, absolutely can. It's easier to now.
Okay.
It was hard, but we got this bad news, but we got the good news. I still remember Dr. Kabrinsky was an amazing physician.
Dr. K.
Oh, man. We owe his life to him, but I remember sitting down in the hospital, like you said, that moment when he, looks, and we were Sanford. I'm a nurse at Sanford. I work there. I'm very familiar with the staff. I know Dr. Kabrinsky. And we sit there in the peds room, and I'm still kind of hopeful. We're coming from the clinic. We got this lab draw that looks really bad, and we're coming there, and I'm going, I just hope it's something else. I just really hope it's something else, not cancer. Yeah. And then I look up at the board, and I see Dr. Kabrinsky as our primary doctor listed, and that was the moment that was that moment when you go, oh boy, like the nurse is like, yeah, that's going to be the primary doctor. So yeah, he had a good form of cancer, I guess, if you had to pick between the two leukemias. There's one that's a little bit harder to treat and one that has a pretty good, like 90% success rate, and that's what he had.
Okay.
And he, for whatever reason, we don't really know why, other than just kind of a heavy cancer burden to start. He was full of cancer. It's easier to say that now than it used to be, but he was full of cancer, and we didn't know it. And so his bone marrow biopsies weren't clearing, so he was not in remission. And they should be after 29 days after the induction, the initial period of chemo. So he kept getting the higher doses, more chemo, just kept upping
Did he
it.
get sick?
Yes, but at the same time, wow, a 4-year-old can handle.
Yeah.
And I remember the one phrase, like my husband and I were in the clinic, and I said to the oncologist, you told us he'd be really like sick with this, and he's like still bouncing off the walls, and he's doing great. Are you sure it's working? And the doctor said, if you got the meds he's getting, you'd be on the floor.
Yeah.
So, it's just how resilient they are.
Amazing.
They don't know they're supposed to feel bad,
Yeah.
and they just go. And that's how Henrik is. It's how he's always been. He's so tough.
That's great.
So, yeah, we got the news. He was diagnosed in December, and we got the news in April that it was still not working. The bone marrow was still not clear. The cancer was not gone. He needed a bone marrow transplant. So that's where we all got tested, and Harrison was a perfect match. And that's not very common. There's 25% chance a sibling could be a match, but he was a perfect match. And that's why the bone marrow transplant went as well as it did, and he got cured. Otherwise, it's a pretty risky process to go through a transplant.
Prayers got answered.
Oh.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
So you can tell you're somebody who has gone through it because of the practical approach. So Henrik's Heroes is born, and here's what you do for people who have a similar thing happen to them in their life. And it's very cool because it's very practical. You get them right started with your to-go bag. Tell us what Henrik's Heroes does.
Yeah, so the to-go bag, we found that we needed a lot of stuff. We were always ready to get up and go to the hospital. We had a lot of unexpected hospitalizations. If they get a fever, they're admitted. They get their port access, they get antibiotics. You're in the hospital for a week, and you can't plan for that. And long days at the clinic, lots of travel, for us that involved the transplant. So we kind of always said we had a bag packed and ready to go for the hospital, always just packed. And so that's one of the things we give. We have a really nice quality bag with stuff in there that we thought were helpful during treatment, something for the mom, something for the kids, a prayer journal, some encouraging stuff, letter from us. And then parents really, really enjoy it. We wanted to put good quality things in there too. Phone charger. That's like one of the things you just can't let your phone die. Everybody's got to be on call. And so, those are given out to anybody, not just cancer diagnosis, but anybody that's got a hard medical journey ahead of them.
And you guys go buy toys and you deliver them to the hospitals for great uses.
Yes. So when Henrik was in most of our treatment was at Sanford, and of course we have an amazing community that supports our Sanford Children's Hospital, and they have toys everywhere. And one might not look into that and be like, oh yeah, toys is a big deal, but Henrik so he had to get his port accessed a lot, and going to the clinic, going to the hospital was not always fun. It meant that he was going to have to go through something painful. But he always got, a little toy or something after he did something hard, he got to pick out a toy out of the toy cupboard at the clinic, or the nurses had some special toy when he had to go through something really brave at the hospital. And that was one of the things we always knew we wanted to do, is make sure we kept the toy cupboard stocked. So the Toy Locker program, we just give all sorts of toys. So when Henrik, we were cleaning out his room one day, and I just have to tell this story because I think it was I've learned so much through this journey through Henrik. He's taught me so much. We're cleaning out his room, as we all do at times, and we're like, we got to get rid of some stuff, right? So I got this little Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figurine, right?
Okay.
And he says, I'm like, we can get rid of this. How many like action figures do we have? He goes, you can't get rid of that. I got that in the hospital when I was brave. So the meaning behind that toy was huge for him.
Yes.
And that's just how Henrik is. He's very nostalgic, and he likes stuff like that. But
that is so cool. So when you pay an entry fee to get into the Warrior Color Run tomorrow, that's where your money's going.
Yes.
To these projects. So bring the kids, bring everybody out, get out to the Warrior Color Run. They're going to love it. They're going to be all colorful by the time they're done. They're going to have a great cause. Benefits Henrik's Heroes, and I hope you'll all be part of it. Anything else they need to know that might be taking part in it besides that you need to be out at the Red River Valley Fairgrounds by 5 tomorrow?
Yep. So also we are going to have about 5, maybe 6 true cancer warriors out there that we're going to celebrate. They've either just finished up their long treatment or they are still currently in treatment, but we're going to celebrate them and drench them in their favorite color. So that'll be really fun. So we offer that as something to make a positive experience out of that cancer treatment, just like we had along the way. So their admission is free, and we get to honor them and celebrate them. So.
It's going to be a colorful afternoon. Hope everybody will get out to the Warrior Color Run. You can look it up online as well as their website. Is it under henriksheroes.com?
Our website is henriksheroes.org.
Excuse me. And all the info is there?
Yeah. And it'll link you, but warriorcolorrunfargo.org. is the best place to get all the information.
Thank you so much. Jenna Westerholm joining us today, Henrik's mom. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much.
KFGO time is 4:55. You're listening to The Drive on KFGO.
The award for performance goes to Merle Norman.